Losing Julius Randle at the time that they did is going to hurt. Julius Randle is giving you 24, 9, and 5. That's a lot. That's a big game player. That's a big game changer to lose in your offense. But the way Jalen Brunson is playing right now is unbelievable. Jalen Brunson is the best point guard right now in the Eastern Conference. Al Burton is having a fantastic year. Indiana is playing great, but Indiana is not in third place. And why are the Knicks in third place right now? Because Jalen Brunson has taken over. I think OG Anunoby has been a fantastic move for the Knicks. No more RJ Barrett. He's playing well with Toronto. But RJ was asking for the ball. And Randall has actually passed the ball. He's been giving the ball up more than I've ever seen. He's happier right now with OG Anunoby and Tom Thibodeau. He's changed the offense. I never would have thought that Tom Thibodeau was going to play this style of offense. Running, gunning, bringing the ball up and down the court. He never did it in Chicago. He never did it in Minnesota. And I was very surprised when he started this year in the middle of the season. It's changed the game. It's changed the offense for the Knicks. When they started to transition in this fast-paced offense, the Knicks went from 15th offensively in the league all the way in the top 6. It's changed the game. It's changed everything for the New York Knicks. They're playing defense. They're young. They're energetic. The Knicks are actually a contender. The Knicks are a contender right now. Leon Rose has changed his team. He made this move for Jalen Brunson, gave him a great contract. Everything that he has done has turned to gold. The only thing he's done wrong was the Evan Fournier move. It has not worked. They're trying to move the contract. Hasn't happened. He's added some draft stock. Now they can use that draft stock to add a DeJounte Murray if they can get him from the Hawks. That could absolutely change the perimeter. They've been lacking as far as wing shooting. They haven't had that consistently. Now DiVincenzo has opened it up a little bit offensively. They've been passing the ball, spreading the offense out for the New York Knicks. I love the pace that they're running, and they have the athletes now. This is a team that is very athletic. They could go up and down the court. They can compete with anybody. Look what they did to Denver. Look what they did to the Heat. They have competed against the best teams in the NBA and not just beat them, pulverize them. They make one more move. If they get a Murray on this team, and then you have Randall coming back and Mitchell Robinson, DeJounte Murray was a second-team NBA defensive player 2 years ago. This guy could play defense. He can shoot. He's a great perimeter player. That's something that the Knicks have lacked at the shooting guard position over the last couple of years. They add a Murray. They add another perimeter shooter that can defend. Watch out for the Knicks. Beware in the Eastern Conference. You do not want to play this team in a 7-game series. Nobody would have thought that the Knicks at this time of year, right now, almost 50 games in, that they would be in third place. Last year, they were in 4th, and I still think the Knicks are good enough to be a 2nd seed or maybe even a 1st seed. Now, right now, the Celtics are just playing unbelievable basketball. But here's the thing. The Knicks need size. They need Mitchell Robinson to come back. He needs to stay healthy. Last year, in the Cavaliers series, he played big, and then he got hurt in the final game, which really hurt him in the Miami series. And then he got completely demolished by, I don't think a better big man, but a better offensive big man.
And then he got hurt in game 1 because they tried to rush him back, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't. And then Hartenstein's played fantastic. Another big pickup in Leon Rose. And he has changed everything in the secondary of that offense. Hartenstein is one of the better rebounders in the league. You have Hartenstein, and you have Mitchell Robinson. Now you have the size. You look at the Eastern Conference, I expect Miami to be a lot better. Miami will make a trade. Jimmy Butler is one of the best playoff players right now in the NBA. They're going small. Why would you bring in Terry Rozier? Now, he's a great offensive player. He is undersized at the position, and he can't defend the position. And I know Spoelstra likes to preach defense. When you have an undersized guard, and the Knicks, over the years, undersized. If they added a Donovan Mitchell this year, even though that would give you that essence of offense, I still think that it hurts that secondary that they have at the guard position. So the Miami Heat, I think adding Terry Rozier was a questionable move. All the Knicks fans wanted Terry Rozier. I didn't want Terry Rozier. I think the Heat needs to make a big blockbuster move. They need a guy that's going to give them guaranteed offense, like a Donovan Mitchell, because they cannot depend on Jimmy. And when they did, when Jimmy Butler was hurt, they had Caleb Martin, who, by the way, is a shell of what he was in the playoffs last year. He stinks. What he did was had a career playoff run, which we will never see again. I think Miami's a lot better than a 7 seed. I think they're dangerous. You do not want to match up against Spoelstra's team in the playoffs. They're very dangerous. Cleveland is a 4th seed right now. Cleveland is young, and I just don't think they're very well coached. I think Cleveland is a one-and-done team again this year. I just don't trust the defensive side of the ball in the playoffs. Milwaukee, they have Damian Lillard, and then you have Giannis. Fantastic 2 players, and they have Middleton. Their bench sucks. And in the playoffs, with no depth, is going to hurt Milwaukee if one of these guys get into foul trouble.